following broadcast is a presentation of the ND Sports Channel.
2.2. Shot is up, and it's good. Oh, my goodness. Blake Nelson. It's taken away there by Carson Abrahamson. She has a breakaway. One-on-one. Hard. She scores. And who puts it right on goal and right into the goal. Ethan Olsen on a free kick. Jim Moore, perfect 4-on-4. And a slam dunk for Harney. 10:50 to go here. The face-off is won by north-south onto the stick of Caitlin Armin. Armin beats it in for Abby Promisberger. And Promisberger with the hat trick. Put your outfielders in left and left center because that one's going to left field and that's gone. That is a two-run shot for Kenzie McKinnon. That pass inside of the lane was taken away by Margot Davies. Another nice pass and a slam dunk. Grayson Heyman with the slam dunk in the JV game. All right, welcome back. Once again, ignore that the score there. Let's hit reset, go to 0-0. And we're back here for the game 6 of 6 from the 2019 North Dakota State College of Science Girls Basketball Bonanza here at the Ed Weir Arena inside the Blickery Activity Center. Mike Mason with you here on the ND Sports Channel. We're the only station that had all 6 games. There's been some stations here. Actually, there's only been one other station here, and they had 4 of the 6 games. So we're the only station that had all 6 games, and we have 5 of them complete. This one coming up. Once again, it's a continuous stream, so if you're just now getting home and say you're a Northern Cass fan, you want to know what happened, well, I'm not going to tell you the final score. You can DVR all the way back to the beginning of that Northern Cass game and watch it from right now to the end. But you don't have to. We've been on the air for 6 hours, 26 minutes, and 48 seconds and counting now. And the PA announcer now will announce the starting lineups here, starting with the Maple Valley Raiders. Starting with the referees, I guess.
Our referees are Ben Alda, Brett Ledbeck, and Craig Peterson. Introducing our starting 5. First of all, for our guest team on the scoreboard. Under head coach Nathan Hoots, assisted by Katie Powers, the Maple Valley Raiders. A 5'3" senior, number 10, Lindsey Palmer.
Lindsey Palmer will be one of your starters.
Number 12,
Kaylee Yanish.
A 5'7" junior, number 14,
Sarah
Sarah Richmond.
Richmond.
A 5'8" sophomore, number 32,
Courtney Holdelson.
And the 5'9" junior, number 50, Madison Olson.
And Maddie Olson. So once again, Lindsey Palmer, Kylie Yanish, Sarah Richmond, Courtney Holdelson, and Maddie Olson. Nathan Hoots, Katie Paultz, the head coach and assistant coach for Maple Valley. And now your starters for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Head coach Aaron Bowenstengel, assistant coach Chad Whitner.
A 5'3" sophomore, number 5, Drew Foley.
Drew Froelich will be one of your starters. She's a sophomore this year.
Number 21,
Brooklyn Kuzel, 5'6" senior.
A 5'7" senior, number 22, Madison Oster.
Maddie Oster, 5'7" senior.
A 5'7" junior, number 24, Jessica Kuchera.
Jess Kuchera, 5'7" junior.
Number 40,
Kendra Kaczynski, a 6' sophomore, will be your starting 5. So once again, your starting 5 for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Drew Froelich, Brooklyn Kuzel, Maddie Oster, Jess Kuchera, and Kendra Kaczynski. We'll turn up the background noise once again as we will mentally inform you that Van Halen's Jump is playing, as they play that at the start of every game, including the Wildcats games. That's their theme song for the jump ball, I guess. So, which is, it's been the theme song as far as I can remember for every game that I've ever called down here.
college or high school. And that song will fade out, and we'll go back to the background noise, and we're underway here in our final game. So we'll go to our live scoreboard here. Get rid of that scroll on the bottom, and first shot up, no good. Now coming back the other way here for Maple Valley is going to be Courtney Hovelson, the 5'8" sophomore, and that will be a ball that goes right back to Wyndmere Lidgerwood. So the only thing in the stat book so far is a turnover for each team. 7:35 to go here is crossing the timeline. Can't quite see who that is. Those gold numbers a little bit hard to see. We'll do the best we can though. Wyndmere Lidgerwood in the gold numbers on the white jerseys. Maple Valley in the dark blue jerseys with white numbers outlined in red. Baseline inbounds pass here for the Warbirds. 0-0, 7:27 to go here. First quarter of play. 3 is up from the corner, and it's in. Drew Froelich gets the Warbirds on the board. Near wing, that's Sarah Richmond. Puts it up top there for Maddie Olson. Now they'll swing it over far side there for Courtney Hovelson. That shot is up, won't go. Rebound comes down. I believe that's Froelich. Froelich will drive and then bounce it off to the side here. That'll rattle in. That is Jess Kuchera. 5-0 now in favor of the Warbirds. 6:47 to go, and maybe getting away with the travel there was Courtney Hovelson. And if that wasn't a travel that she got away with, the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds will get karma in their favor as the ball will go out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover regardless here for Maple Valley. 6:37 to go here in the first quarter of play. So they work the ball into the near corner there. That's Maddie Oster. Oster will, a couple passes later, baseline jumper out of the hands of Kaczynski. That one will not go. Maple Valley will pull down the rebound, trailing by 5 with 6:22 to go here in the first quarter of play. Palmer crossing the timeline, dribbling up over to the far wing. Tried to feed it inside there for Courtney Hovelson, but the ball will be tipped and taken away and put into the hands of, I think that's Froelich. 5 or 4? It's 5. It's Froelich. That shot nearly hit the top of the backboard. Offensive rebounds up and in. Kaczynski will get the bucket, and that's a 7-0 lead now for the Warbirds. Spinning over the timeline, there's Palmer. Palmer will dribble up over to the far wing, lost the ball. It's picked up there by Richmond for 3, and she got it. Check that, Maddie Olson, excuse me. Right now, Kaczynski will give it up, and that's Froelich. She'll put up a 3. That one won't go. Now, Palmer will pull down the rebound. Maple Valley looking to trim away at that 4-point deficit. So far, so good with that 3 there by Maddie Olson on the last trip down the floor. And Maddie Olson will try again. This time, it'll eventually get to the ground after hitting about every part of the support there of the basket and the shot clock. Brooklyn Kuzo picks up her first. Maddie Olson at the free throw line, misses the first one. 5'7" sophomore Julia Kwan checks in the lineup here for the Warbirds. 7-3, 5:15 to go, first quarter of play here on the ND Sports Channel. And the free throw's up and in. That pulls the Raiders within 3, 7-4. Froelich picks up her dribble, pops over to the far wing, then gets it back. Dribbles back up top, gets the screen there from Kaczynski. Over to Kwan, back to Froelich. Froelich with the bounce pass into the low block, won't go. An offensive rebound, follow-up shots up and in. Okay, we'll go with Brooklyn Kuzo on the basket there. Maddie Olson will give it up there for Richmond. Richmond will put it back up top. I can't see who that is. That's Palmer back over to Richmond now. And for another 3, oh, it looked good, and it bounced a little bit hard off the iron there, and it'll be a rebound for the Warbirds. Bounce pass intended there for Maddie Oster. But it'll go off the shoe of, let's see here, is that number 22? No, it's 32. Courtney Hovelson. Tiffany Springer into the lineup now as Froelich will put up the 3, and it's in. One more makes it 12, and it's an 8-point lead once again. And nearly a turnover there, but the ball will go out of bounds. Good show of sportsmanship there from Lindsay Pomerer, and it'll be Maple Valley basketball. It comes into Palmer into the backcourt. Warbirds put at least one person back there to guard Palmer and trying to poke it away, and she kind of did so successfully, but then that caused a little collision there, which will be result in a foul. And Drew Froelich, the guilty party there. Second team foul for the Warbirds. Richmond will give it up here near wing for, that is Courtney Hovelson. Julia Kwan, the 5'7" sophomore, will pick up her first personal. That shot's not up and not in, and then the rebound by Maddie Olsen will get it in, and that's 2 more, and it's 12-6. The lead's been cut in half. Warbirds will advance the ball down into the near wing, now back up top for Froelich. Froelich will dribble over to the far side, bounce pass into the elbow. That's Springer. Springer puts it into the corner. Shot is up out of the hands of Julia Quam. That one falls a little bit short. Rebound comes down to the Raiders, and in the backcourt, bringing it over the timeline is Lindsay Palmer, is spinning around once again, but Springer trying to poke it away. Palmer will regain control, and the three-pointer's up and a little short. Froelich with the rebound, comes back the other way. Once again, it's 12-6, not 12-5, my bad, and make it 14-6 now. Kaczynski will get the basket, and we'll have a timeout on the floor. We're back in 30 seconds on the ND Sports Channel.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
All right, welcome back. 14-6 here. First quarter of play with 2:50 to go. Richmond with the basketball, and she'll get fouled in the backcourt. Now stop the clock with 2:46 to go. 14 fouls now for the Warbirds. One on Springer, one on Quam, one on Froelich, one on Kuzel. Richmond at the basketball and lost it out of bounds. I believe it was poked out by Springer, and it'll remain Raider basketball as they'll inbound it right in front of the Warbird bench. 14-6, inbounds pass comes into the corner there for Kylie Yanish. Yanish will give it up top there for Olsen, excuse me. Now Richmond will get the ball back up in between the circles, fire it near wing into the hands there of Chloe Wetch. Chloe Wetch will give it back there for Hovelson. Hovelson will spin into the lane, won't go. Offensive rebound, puts up the second shot, it'll drop in. 14-8, 2:11 to go here, first quarter of play. Far wing, that is Julia Quam. Quam back to Froelich up top. Froelich bounce pass back over to Quam. Quam looking inside. One dribble, turn around the mid-post, shot up and in. Jess Kuchera with 4 points. Kaczynski with 4 points. Froelich with 3 and Kuzel with 2 for a team total of 16. And the lead is double once again for the Warbirds. On the near wing is Chloe Wetch. Wetch will get it to Olsen up top, and the 3 is in. That's her second triple of the game, 16-11, a 5-point basketball game now suddenly with 1:27 and counting to go as Froelich brings it over the timeline. She'll get the screen, try to go into the lane, then pop it out to Springer, who'll give it right back to Froelich, back over to Springer for the catch and shoot three. A little bit off the mark, but an offensive rebound is up and in. Kaylee Harless, a 5'9" junior, gets the bucket into the lineup now for the Warbirds. So the Raiders work it along the far side, now move it back up top. That's Michelle Bodazia Husky. That's how you say it, I think. Bodazia Husky. It sounds good. I'm going with it. And if I'm wrong, Maple Valley fans, please text us. 701-404-9072 as the layup's up and in. Froelich with the basket. 20-11, 25 seconds to go here. First quarter to play. Richmond with the basketball. Puts it into the hands of Holvelson. Holvelson puts the ball above her head, now down to the floor. She's going to drive into the lane, puts the shot up with the glass, gets the offensive rebound, struggles, and a push underneath there on one of the Warbirds. It could be on one of two people. I'll let the official make that determination. Kaylee Harless will pick up her first personal. Team foul number 5, 2 away from a 1-on-1 bonus with 12 seconds remaining here in the first quarter of play, and the inbounds pass will be triggered from the baseline by Sarah Richmond. Richmond will get it in. 11 seconds to go, shot clock is off. Long two is up, and that will drop in. At the buzzer, no, a little off to the right side, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with your score. The Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds 20, the Maple Valley Raiders 12. We'll be back after this here on the ND Sports Channel. The ND Sports Channel is proud to give you access to the North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast. Just go to our website at ndsportschannel.com, click on ND Softball All-Stars, and you can have unlimited 24-hour access to each and every episode, past and present. The same episodes are also on our YouTube channel. Just click on playlists and look for ND Softball All-Stars and click play on the episode of your choice, or watch them all from first to last, or shuffle the playlist to play each episode randomly. Help support and build the ND Softball All-Stars program. Send donations to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota 58109. For more on ND Softball All-Stars, visit their website, ndsoftballallstars.com. All right, welcome back. We start the second quarter of play. It's 20-13. I said 12 at the end of the break there. It was my bad. It was 13. Shot is up just inside the three-point arc, and that's a long two. Brianna Walburn with the bucket. 22-15 now as that ball goes out of bounds. I want to thank the Maple Valley fan that texted us. It's Bojahoski is how you say it. Thank you very much. I've had a couple names like that, calling some West Fargo Packer games that were spelled very similar, and that's well, this one is much easier to say than those other two pronunciations. So thanks so much for that phonetic spelling. Certainly appreciate that as that bucket's up and in. And I put that on the wrong side of the scoreboard there. We'll have to make a manual adjustment. That was my bad. 24-15. Make it 26-15. So Julia Quam will check back into the lineup now here for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. With the Warbirds leading the Raiders 26-15. They'll work the ball back up top here. Let's see. Can't see who that is. You have 2 numbers on your jersey, and you have 2 ponytails covering up each individual number. I think that's a high school basketball first. I've called a lot of girls' games too. All the girls have had just 1 ponytail, but not. So Maddie Oster will have the double ponytail. We'll remember that from here on out. That one will be easy. Unless somebody else has 2 ponytails, but 26-15 as both free throws are missed there by Oster. 6:15 to go here in the second quarter of play. As the Raiders will work the ball around the perimeter into the corner, and the long 2 is up, won't go. Brianna Walburn pulls down the board, and the Raiders will keep possession of the basketball. Richmond here on the near wing, works it in the corner. 3 is up, off the front of the rim, and that took a lucky bounce right into the hands of Richmond.
Kaylee Hartle's back into the Warbirds.
26-15, 5:48 to go. And I got a Wyndmere Lidgerwood fan that texted into us. It's Kaczynski. I think the PA announcer might be saying it differently. So sometimes I follow the PA announcer, but I always follow the fans of the team more than I do everybody else, because they normally know what they're talking about. There's been a couple instances where they've been wrong, but only on the Class A side. So hint, just kidding. There's a shot that's up and in. Hovelson got the bucket there for Maple Valley, and it's 26-17. Once again, if I say the score and doesn't match up with what's on the screen there, what I say is correct. Is sometimes those keys stick. Hit a 3-pointer, you have to hit the key 5 times apparently. Ever since, because I'd always hit the key 3 times and it only had 2 points, and then I started hitting it 4 times and it still only had 2 points. So we're gonna go for 5 times, and then we have to make a manual adjustment down 1 point. We will, but there's a travel. That'll be a turnover there by the Warbirds, and they'll give the ball back to Maple Valley with 5:06 to go here before halftime. Game 6 of 6. We've been here for all 6 of them. There's only one other radio station here. That kind of surprised me, because in the past basketball bonanzas for both girls and boys, there's always been radio stations here, but not today. I don't know. Maybe they were too busy with something else. Who knows? But certainly glad that we can come down here, and I want to thank Thomas Dryberg, who's main contact for this basketball bonanza here, for allowing us to come down and set up, and shot me an email, and he's like, hey, we'd love it if you did the college game too. And so we did. We recorded it, and that will be on our Facebook page at some point over the weekend. So Holveson will get another bucket there, and that makes it 26-19, pulls the Raiders within 5. On the near wing there, that's Julia Quam. Quam will get it to Froelich. Froelich will take one dribble, bounce pass up top. I think that was Springer. Springer back to Froelich, tried to feed it inside, and they'll lose the ball. Another turnover here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. That got him down for 5 now. 26-19 with 4:19 to go, as they'll work it into the corner into the hands of Holveson. Holveson with the shot, won't go. Offensive rebound, that follow-up shot won't go. Defensive board by the Warbirds, and quickly back the other way comes Froelich and company. And the 3 is up from Tiffany Springer, and it's up and in. That puts it back to a 10-point game. And 2 more. I looked down to put the the three-pointer into the book for Tiffany Springer that I missed, who got the basket there. Take a look at our live monitor replay. Okay, so there's the Tiffany Springer three. Once again, this is on about a 19-second delay, and since we're in a timeout, it comes at the perfect timing. And then that steal was taken by number 4. That was Julia Kwam with the bucket. Okay, so now we got that in there. 31-19 with 3:54 to go here with a timeout on the floor. And we'll turn down the background noise just to make sure that YouTube doesn't get mad at us for the songs that are playing in the background. Once again, any music played in our sports broadcast, we do not own the copyright to any of those songs. That message forced upon us to be delivered to you by our friends at YouTube. Back to action now. Shot is up, no good. Rebound comes down to the hands of Kylie Yanish. 31-19, 3:37 and counting to go as Palmer will bring it over the timeline, put it into the hands now of Chloe Wetch. Wetch at the top of the key, still with the basketball, and dribble over near side, direct traffic with her left hand, pick up her dribble, swings it over. I think that's Walburn. And no, check that, that was Olsen. Comes back out, 3 off the front of the rim. Olsen nearly came down with the rebound, took a backwards tumble there, and ball will go out of bounds and back to the Warbirds with 3:15 to go on the second quarter clock. $3:10 to go now. And the thank yous for airing the game. You are very welcome. There's Froelich with a 3 off the back iron. Olsen will pull down the rebound. Palmer will bring it over the timeline here for the Raiders. Haven't really had any significant blowouts yet, and not that I want a blowout to happen. The matchups have been pretty even. Of course, Kindred, you can put anybody up against Kindred, and that might be a tough matchup. So Hankinson was the lucky one to get the draw on the Kindred game on this particular evening. So 31-19, 2:34 and counting to go. With the basketball now is Julia Kwam. Kwam will get it to Springer. Springer looks inside. That is Kaczynski with the back. Yep. So we're going to go with what the parents said because the PA announcer just said it wrong. 33-19 off the bucket by Kaczynski. Into the corner, and ooh, dangerously came close to a travel there. She's lucky she didn't move that other foot. Ball goes out of bounds, stopping the clock with 2:01 to go. And it says 32, it's actually 33. 33-19 with 2:01 to go. Inbounds pass from the baseline will be triggered by Olsen. Into the far corner, Palmer up top now to Chloe Wetch, lurking the ball back inside there for Hovelson. That shot won't go, and the Warbirds will pull down the rebound. 1:51 to go as Froelich will bring it over the timeline. Tiffany Springer back up top to Froelich. Froelich will dribble over far side, and I believe an elbow may have been thrown by Palmer. No, check that. Kaczynski will pick up the foul. I'm not exactly sure if it was an elbow or what it was, but 33-19. Just over 90 seconds to go, 1:34. Wetch puts it into the corner 4, can't see who that is, but back up top now to Palmer. Palmer floats it, is that number 40? I can't see. Sure to turn a little bit to the right. Yeah, it was. Wojciechowski is the player I was unable to identify a moment ago. And that shot's up, won't go. Loose ball picked up at the top of the key by Springer. Now the 3 is up, and that one will not go in. Tapped out of bounds. I think it was last touched by Maple Valley, and it was. It'll stay with the Warbirds now. 33-19, exactly 60 seconds to go here before halftime. Coming up in the halftime show, I'll have some numbers, get you the complete stats up to this point in the game. And that's team foul number 7 now on Wyndmere Lidgerwood, so we'll march down to the other end of the court. And Ashley Melk checks into the lineup, or no, check that, she did check into the lineup, but she also picks up the personal foul there. And that will send to the free throw line Maddie Olson, who is 1 of 2 so far in this game, make it 2 of 3. And with that free throw, Maddie Olson enters the double-digit club with 10, 33-20. She has half of the Raiders' points so far. Second free throw's on its way, and it's in. 2 for 2, made it look easy there. The 5'9" junior did. 33-21, and it's a 12-point basketball game as Springer will get it to Oster, far side. Oster will drive into the paint. Shot won't go, and then pulling down the ball out of midair was Hovelson. .30 seconds to go. Didn't pull the trigger on the 3. Maybe, just maybe got away with the travel there. Work the ball around the perimeter. Right now it's in the hands of Wetch. Wetch working inside. Olsen out top there. 3 is a little bit short from Hovelson as it grazes the front of the net. Going out of bounds and stopping the clock with 11.6 seconds to go. Maple Valley now with an unofficial number of 8 turnovers. I'm sure it's more than that. I just missed probably a couple, but 5 seconds to go. Long 3 is up. That would have been longer than the 3 I saw in I think it was the Kindred game, if I remember correct. But yeah, somebody put up a 3, and that was a really long 3. Yeah, it was Christina Fryer. It was either Fryer or Burner in the third quarter who made that really long 3. And that'll bring us to the halftime buzzer with the score. Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds 33, the Maple Valley Raiders 21. We will take a timeout, and we'll be back with your halftime numbers here in a couple of minutes on the ND Sports Channel. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. The ND Sports Channel is proud to give you access to the North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast. Just go to our website at ndsportschannel.com, click on ND Softball All-Stars, and you can have unlimited 24-hour access to each and every episode, past and present. The same episodes are also on our YouTube channel. Just click on playlists and look for ND Softball All-Stars, and click play on the episode of your choice, or watch them all from first to last, or shuffle the playlist to play each episode randomly. Help support and build the ND Softball All-Stars program. Send donations to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota 58109. For more on ND Softball All-Stars, visit their website, ndsoftballallstars.com. The Class B podcast, presented by the North Dakota Basketball Hub, brings you student athletes and coaches interviews, Class B rankings talk, game analysis, and more. Check out the website at www.northdakotabasketballhub.com for all the latest and greatest Class B content. Make sure to follow ND Basketball Hub on Facebook and Twitter. Just search at ND Basketball Hub. That's at ND Basketball Hub, and get the latest updates on our podcast schedule and more. Listen to every episode on demand at ndsportschannel.com as well as on our YouTube channel.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Quality Home Restorations is Fargo Moorhead's go-to place for quality home remodel and repair services. Quality Home Restorations offers free estimates on all your home remodel and repair projects like drywall, laminate flooring, roofing, and much more. Check out the great photos of past projects completed by Quality Home Restorations on their Facebook page. Just search Quality Home Restorations. When it comes to your home being restored, count on Quality Home Restorations. Call Mike today at 400-1751. That's 400-1751 to set up an appointment for a free estimate. Quality Home Restorations in Fargo. NorthDakotaScores.net is your top source for statewide scores for both boys and girls high school sporting events in the state of North Dakota. Football, soccer, basketball, hockey, wrestling, baseball, volleyball, softball. Get all the scores every game, every night, every single sports season of the school year. You can count on NorthDakotaScores.net year after year to provide over 99% of the results for high school sporting events in North Dakota, all reported from trusted and reliable sources. Follow North Dakota Scores on Twitter, search at ND Scores, and get the same scores on your mobile device every night. In our first year on the air, the ND Sports Channel brought you 282 games, and 247 of those games were exclusive broadcasts of the ND Sports Channel. That's 247 games that would have had zero broadcast coverage had it not been for our sponsors supporting high school sports on the ND Sports Channel. If you are interested in joining our varsity sponsor team, please contact us by email or by phone. Our email is ndsportschannel@gmail.com, and our phone number is 404-9072. With your support, we can do even more high school sports in the future. Plus, you'll be putting your products and business in front of an average of 222 viewers and listeners per game. Let's team up. The ND Sports Channel is a proud supporter and broadcast partner with North Dakota Softball All-Stars. The games and skills competition for the third annual Shields ND Softball All-Stars Series are scheduled for June 3rd and 4th, 2019, and it'll all be live on the ND Sports Channel. Let's team up and help ND Softball All-Stars make the program the best it can be for the final high school softball game for the top seniors in the state of North Dakota. Send your donations to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota 58109, or you can also donate on the ND Softball All-Stars Facebook page. For more information on ND Softball All-Stars, check out the website, ndsoftballallstars.com. Let's team up to support a great program for a great sport in the great state of North Dakota. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. All right, welcome back here to the
Edware Arena inside the Blickry Activity Center at the North Dakota State College of Science in Wapiti, North Dakota. Mike Mason with you here on the ND Sports Channel. Thanks so much for watching. Certainly appreciate it. The final half of basketball. 5.5 games down, a half a game to go. As the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds warming up there on the left-hand side of the court in their white jerseys, and the Maple Valley Raiders down here on the right-hand side of the court in their blue jerseys. It was 20-13 at the end of the first quarter, and the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds would lead. They would also outscore the Raiders in the second quarter, 13-8, to bring us to our halftime score of 33-21. We'll start with the Warbirds. Individual numbers look like this. Tiffany Springer with 3, Julia Quam with 2, Drew Froelich leading the way with 10, Kaylee Harless with 2, Brooklyn Kuzel with 4, Maddie Oster with 2. I think I said 4 earlier. I accidentally mixed up the baskets there from Oster and Kuzel. But it is officially Kuzel with 4 and Oster with 2. And then Kuchera with 4 and Kaczynski with 6 for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. For the Maple Valley Raiders, individual numbers look like this. Courtney Hovelson with 6, Michelle Bojahoski with 2. Leading the way right now is Maddie Olson with 11. She's also 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and Brianna Walburn has a bucket as well for 2 points. Let's see here. Raiders were 1 of 2 in the first quarter, and they were 2 of 2 in the second quarter, making them 3 of 4 or 75% from the free throw line in that first half of play. While Wyndmere Lidgerwood had no attempts in the first quarter, and they had 2 attempts going 0 of 2 in the second quarter, making them 0 of 2 or 0% from the free throw line in that first half of play. That brings us about 45 seconds away from the start of the third quarter here. Once again, the My Athlete app. You see that on the side of the scoreboard there. That is something new that we just started working on here on the ND Sports Channel in the last week or so. Tonight's games are not officially on the app, but in the near future here, all the games on the ND Sports Channel will indeed be on the My Athlete app. It'll be an exact simulcast of what you see on the ND Sports Channel. So if you're not able to be around a computer, or if for some reason you want to watch it on the My Athlete app instead of the YouTube app on your phone, then you can download the My Athlete app on your Android or iPhone or tablet, and or other mobile device. You can watch games on your phone on the go anywhere. It's not just ND Sports Channel too. They got other teams on the My Athlete app too, including teams from both North Dakota and Minnesota. So make sure you download that app, and they are a partner of us, so we're not going to be upset if you watch the game on their app or if you watch it on our website. So whatever you prefer works with us. Underway with the third quarter now, and there's the first bucket of the second half. Let's see here. I didn't hear what the PA announcer said, so I'm not going to put it into the stat book yet, but it is 35-21. As the Raiders will work it around, 3 is on the way. And it was Kaczynski who got the bucket as I look at the live replay. And now the Warbirds will bring it back and just through every defender and right to the hoop. Drew Froelich has 12 now on the night. 37-21, 6:58, and the whistle will sound, and that's exactly where the clock will stop, is 6:58. Falling down there is Brooklyn Kuzel. And that'll be her second, I believe. No, check that, her third, actually. Team foul number 1 of the second half. Richmond will trigger the inbounds pass. And the 3 from the corner. Ooh, I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. Kind of looked intentional, but no call, so we'll say it was unintentional. 6:48 to go here, third quarter of play, 37-21. Inbounds pass comes into the backcourt there for Hovelson. Hovelson, pressure in the backcourt. Warbirds get the steal, and the bucket's up and in. Julia Quam. 39-21. Full court press, and that will be batted out of bounds at the midcourt stripe. He'll stay with the Raiders. Inbounds pass will be triggered by Sarah Richmond. Outstanding camera work there, kind of tilting it forward to get that sideline inbounds pass there, as it was just off camera. I didn't even train him to do that. That was awesome. Baseline jumper, I think that was Sarah Richmond. Oh, no, check that. Kaylee Janish. PA announcer says Janish. I think I've said Janish on previous games. So if I'm wrong, please let me know, and I will change it. But we'll go with Janish until I hear otherwise. 39-23. 5:53 to go. Raiders had the ball up top. And that's Hovelson. Will work it over to the far side for Palmer. Palmer back over, I think that was Hovelson, and it was. And that shot will just barely not go in. Rebound comes down to the Warbirds, and over the timeline is Julia Quam. Quam will pass it up. I think that's Froelich over on the far side. Bounce pass back over to Quam. They'll push it into the corner. Maddie Oster for three. A little short on that one. Loose ball picked up there by Maddie Olsen. Maddie Olsen will get it into the hands of Janish. And that ball will get loose and bounce out of bounds. I think the last one to touch it was Palmer. And it will indeed go back to the Warbirds. (39-23), 5:11 to go here in the third quarter. Oster in the corner. Froelich for three from the near wing. Nothing but net. She nailed it. That's her third triple of the game. She had the other two back in the first quarter. 42-23, 4:55 to go. Back the other way comes Hovelson, puts into the hands of Richmond. Richmond now, two passes later. Hovelson back over to Richmond here on the near wing. Now they'll roll it up top there to Palmer and back to Richmond, but through her hands and out of bounds. And there'll be a turnover for the Raiders. And Mom says Janish. I got it right from the start. Awesome. Thanks for sending that one in. 4:37 to go. That's Tiffany Springer with the basketball right now for the Warbirds, and she'll put it in, I think that's Maddie Oster on the far wing. And back to Springer. Near side here, that's Julia Quam. Quam will get the screen, but nothing developed from that one. Oster up top over to, is that Springer? I think so. Yep, Springer back over to Quam. Worked it inside for Kaczynski. Kaczynski out for Oster for the three. No, a little short, but Kaczynski will get the rebound and put it up and in. Yeah, bucket there by Kendra Kaczynski. It gets her into the double-digit club with 10. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. 44-23, Warbirds lead the Raiders. And we'll be back in a moment here with more on the ND Sports Channel.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
All right, welcome back. Oh, that says halftime. Let's go to this one. 4:02 to go here in the third quarter of play. And the Warbirds lead 44-23 as we come out of the timeout on the floor just shy of halfway through the quarter by 2 seconds. And the Raiders will have the basketball coming out of the timeout. Bring it over the timeline, put it into the hands of Courtney Hovelson. Hovelson back up top there to Wetch. I think that was Wetch. Yep, it was. And now Hovelson will drive into the paint and cannot get it to fall. Pulling down the rebound there for the Warbirds was, I can't quite see, but I can tell you that Tiffany Springer has the ball right now. Oh, that was Kaczynski with the rebound, I think. I don't know. The ponytail's still covering up her jersey number, so. Ball's poked away. Warbirds come back the other way, all alone, and off the glass and in. Julia Kwam with the steal on the bucket. She has 6 now, 46-23. As it's now a 23-point lead. Here's the Warbirds have been able to find a way to double up, and now we'll have a couple substitutions for Maple Valley here at the next break in action. Up top, Hovelson with the basketball, works it up top now to Wetch. Wetch back over to Hovelson. Hovelson pivoted around on her right foot, and now the 3 is on its way. Bounces out the front of the rim, off the backboard, and into the hands of the Warbirds. Bounce pass up top, Springer now back over to Oster here on the near wing. Oster back up top to Springer. Springer flips it over there to Julia Kwam, far side, and the 3's up and in. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-pointers for the Warbirds here in this game. That totals up to 15 points, which is a majority of their current lead. 2:05 to go here as the basketball goes into the hands of Chloe Wetch. 2 passes later, the 3's on its way from Maddie Olson, and that one will fall a little short, and the Warbirds will come away with the basketball. Springer up court there. I believe that is Kaczynski, and it is. And then back out to Springer now. Oster will tee it up for 3. That one's a little bit short. Olson will pull down the rebound and hand it off to who I believe is Palmer in the backcourt there, and it is. Palmer will cross the timeline with 1:39 to go here in the third quarter of play. 49-23, Maple Valley trying to chip away at the deficit here. And trying to drive baseline, but it was poked from behind there by, I believe, Tiffany Springer is the one who poked it out of her hands, out of bounds, and will stay with Maple Valley. And we'll have multiple substitutions now for both teams here. Looks like 3 for Maple Valley and at least 4, if not 5, for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Comes in near side now. That's Michelle Bojahowski, number 40 there. And that one will be stripped away, and back the other way comes, I want to say Froelich, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, some of those color combinations are a little bit harder to see than others from where we sit at. Now, if I was at like Wyndmere or Maple Valley High School, I'd have no problem identifying those players. But here, I'm way up top, like near the ceiling, and it's kind of hard. 49-23, 58.6 seconds to go here in the third quarter of play. Inbounds pass from the baseline on the near side of the hoop here for Maple Valley as it comes into the hands of Molly Bosch, I believe, a 5'2" freshman. Bounce pass on the baseline there. That'll come back out to Bosch. And now the 3 is up, and the 3's off the back iron, won't go. Offensive rebound. That one missed everything, and Maple Valley will keep it alive. And up and in, Brianna Walburn will get the bucket. 49-25, 31 seconds to go, and to make it 51-25 as Julia Kwam comes back the other way and answers with a layup of her own. 22 seconds to go. 51-25, and I missed what happened there. I looked down to put the bucket in for Julia Kwam, and I didn't see what happened, but apparently the ball's going to go back to the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. .15 seconds to go. And the Warbirds can settle for the last shot, but they won't. He'll come off the front of the rim, and now Maple Valley will have one more chance at a final shot here. And that one will not go in at the buzzer. That was Chloe Wetch, the 8th grader, on the attempt there. And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter of play. Your score, Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds 51 and the Maple Valley Raiders 25. We'll take a short timeout. Be back with the fourth quarter of play right after this on the ND Sports Channel. NorthDakotaScores.net is your top source for statewide scores for both boys and girls high school sporting events in the state of North Dakota. Football, soccer, basketball, hockey, wrestling, baseball, volleyball, softball. Get all the scores every game, every night, every single sports season of the school year. You can count on NorthDakotaScores.net year after year to provide over 99% of the results for high school sporting events in North Dakota, all reported from trusted and reliable sources. Follow North Dakota Scores on Twitter, search @NDScores, and get the same scores on your mobile device every night. All right, welcome back as we start the fourth quarter of play. The Warbirds lead the Raiders 51-25. Inbounds pass going to Chloe Wetch. Wetch will get into the hands there of Bosch. Back over to Hovelson. Hovelson into the mid post. Walburn now up top to Wetch. Back to Bosch. Bosch pivoting around, and the three is on its way, and just a little bit off the mark there. Loose ball will be picked up there. I think that was Tiffany Springer. And if it is, she'll come back and score the basket. No, it was Drew Froelich. Froelich with that bucket has 17 now, 53-25. Up top, Walburn over to Wetch. Wetch looks down low, and that's Hovelson. Hovelson will get fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two, as that will be the second or third team foul. Let's see here what they put up on the scoreboard. It would be the third. Kendra Kaczynski picks up her second personal. Hovelson will go to the line to shoot two. She's fouled in the act of shooting. The first one is on its way, and it's in. To be honest, I wasn't sure. Thought that might have been a little bit short, but she just got just enough on it to get it in there. 53-26 now. 7:08 to go. Second free throw looks much better. And that one's in. Knew that one was in as soon as it left her hand. Wasn't sure about the first one. 53-27, 7:05 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Bounce pass, Kaczynski, baseline jumper up and in. That's 12 now for Kendra Kaczynski, the sophomore for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. 55-27, 6:49 to go. Walburn here. I've seen her make a couple threes. Both of them came against Hillsborough Central Valley, actually. And in both of those games, they fell a little bit short, but she made the points. That's what matters. So 55-27, 6:42 to go here, fourth quarter of play. I will say this, though. I'll go Maple Valley. The last couple of years, they certainly have struggled, but their head coach, Nathan Hoots, has really turned this team around. And they still have a rough season, but they are a much, much better team than they were just 2 seasons ago. There's no doubt about that. Give props to their head coach and everybody at Maple Valley who did what they had to do to help make this program improve significantly over the last couple of years here. 55-27, 6:25 to go, fourth quarter of play. Walburn thought about the three, but gave it up. Driving into the paint, lost it off her knee, but it'll be a foul on Kaczynski, and at least, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's Maddie Oster. We'll see who they give it to. Yep, it will go on Maddie Oster. So Kaczynski's still playing with 2 fouls instead of 3. And Maddie Oster now has 1 foul instead of 0. So 55-27, 6:12 to go as the whistle sounds, and that will stop the clock. And Julia Quam will pick up her second personal. That's team foul number 5 now. 2 away from a 1-and-1 bonus for Maple Valley. That shot up, offensive rebound. Second attempt will go up and in. Courtney Hovelson with the bucket. And with that bucket, Hovelson enters the double-digit club with 10. She had 6 coming out of the third quarter. She scored 4 so far here in the fourth. 55-29, 5:51 to go as they work the ball in and then back out. Far wing, long 2 got fouled. At least we'll see if they'll give her 2 or 3. I don't know if her foot was inside or outside of the line. She'll shoot at least 1. I know that much for sure. Tiffany Springer does. That's the second on Molly Bosch, the 5'2" freshman. And they will give her just 2, and she missed the second one, and the rebound comes down to Maple Valley. Hovelson across the timeline, feeds it to Bosch. Bosch drives into the paint, gives it up at the free throw line. And a long 2 is on its way, straight away up and in. Nice shot there. Wojciechowski. It's 56-31, my apologies there. Once again, those keys stick sometimes. And that shot's up and in, it's 58-31. As Kuzel gets the basket, that puts her at the 6-point mark now. 3 is on its way, far wing, looked good coming out of her hands, but didn't quite have enough arc to drop in. Rebound comes down to the Warbirds, and it'll be Tiffany Springer brings it over the timeline here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. And Oster back over to Springer. Springer will drive baseline around Walburn, and that'll be a foul, not on Walburn, but on, I'm gonna say they're gonna give it to Wojciechowski. No, it will go on Walburn. It looked like it was the other one who got her arm in there, but Walburn will pick up her first. That free throw is off the front of the rim for Tiffany Springer, who with that free throw is now 1 of 3 from the line. All 3 attempts coming here in the fourth quarter of play. 6-foot sophomore Ashley Malk checks in. I'd have to look at my previous scorebooks, but I'm pretty sure Ashley Malk did not stand 6 feet the last time I called the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds game, but I could be wrong. If I had to take a stab in the dark guess, I would guess that she's grown at least 3 to 4 inches. Something tells me that she was right around that 5'9" area last time I called a game for the Warbirds, or at least the girls team. I've called a few boys games too. Chloe Wetch at the free throw line. Free throw out the front of the rim, no good. That's her first attempt of the game. 58-31 with 4.5 exactly to go here in the fourth quarter of play. And the second free throw is on its way. And in and out, in and out, and in. (58-32). Springer with the basketball. Far side for Quam. I think that was Quam. Yep, it was. And then 2 passes later, the bucket's up and in. I might have to look at the live replay here. I didn't quite catch the jersey number on that. And that'd be a travel. Was it Ashley Malk? We'll find out here in a few seconds. No, it was, let's see here. I still didn't catch it in the live replay, and I even examined it closely. Yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't get that one. I can narrow it down to 2 players for you. Ashley Malk picks up her second personal, and that's one of the 2 candidates. The other one standing directly across the lane from Ashley Malk. And I can't catch the jersey number, so I'm not sure. I want to say Kaczynski. So it was either Kaczynski or Malk who got that bucket. That free throw's up and in. So I was just told that it was Kaczynski who got that bucket, and so that narrows it down from 2 candidates to 1. 60-34 is our score, and 2 free throws need to be added to Maple Valley's scorebook as well, and I'll get that done here in a moment. That shot will roll out. Rebound comes down to Matty Olson, back the other way. Now come the Raiders quickly down the court. And one dribble, got it up and in. Banks it in off the glass. That is Emmett. Is it number 30? I think it is. If it is, it's Emma Ticky. But I want to make sure that she's in there before. No, she's not in there. So it was Courtney Hovelson who got it. Basket for each side, and Sherilyn, I'm not exactly sure how to say that. Gutzmer, maybe? She's the one who got the last bucket there for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. 62-36. Shot up no good. Rebound comes down to Ashley Malk, and a jump ball is called. That possession arrow will favor Maple Valley. So the 5'3" freshman, Jordan Ewine, will check into the lineup now for Maple Valley. And with the basketballs, Wojciechowski, and now they'll come over to Wetch. Wetch with the I think that was Wetch with the shot at least. Yep, it was. 62-38, Chloe Wetch with another basket now. She has 3 in the game. Bounce pass into the far corner there for the Warbirds. Works the ball inside. Now out to the near wing. That ball is poked away, picked up by the Warbirds. They'll keep possession of the ball. That is Julia Quam. And now bounce pass into the low block. Can't see through the cloud of blue jerseys, but she'll get the rebound and won't get the shot. And on the third attempt, she'll drop it in. Ashley Malk gets the bucket. 64-38, and in addition to that bucket, she got a couple of rebounds too on the offensive glass. That shot's a little bit off the mark. Back the other way, now come the Warbirds. 64-38 with a minute 18 and counting. Bounce pass into the low block is intercepted by Brianna Walburn, and the Maple Valley Raiders will come back the other way. With a minute 7 to go here in the basketball game. 3-pointers up, will go in and out, and a wrestling match for the basketball. It will result in a foul on somebody. I'm not exactly sure who. We'll find out here momentarily. It's on the Raiders. Brianna Walburn picks up her second personal. 57 seconds to go. Shot is up, off the front of the rim, won't go. Coming back the other way is Molly Bosch, and Bosch will get fouled by Julia Quam. That's team foul number 8, and Julia Quam's 3rd. So Molly Bosch will step up to the free throw line, and the free throw's up, and the free throw will not fall in. Looked like it may have had a chance, but it popped out of there. And second attempt on its way. And that one's a little bit off the mark to the right side of the basket. And a whistle will sound. I'll stop the clock with 41.2 seconds to go. It's Julia Quam with the basketball, dribbling up over to the far wing, pushes it into the corner. Now they work it down low. I think that was number 20. I think that was Ashley Malk, and she's going to go to the free throw line now. And that free throw's up and in, 65-38. Second one's a little bit off the mark to the right side of the basket. 27.3 seconds to go. 1 for 2 on that trip for the 5'7", or check that, the 6-foot sophomore, Ashley Malk. 22 seconds to go here in this one. Shot clock is off. And that shot will not go in. That'll be out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Warbirds. No foul there. And the Warbirds will have 13.8 seconds to dribble this one out. Or we'll see if they take another shot. And that will more than likely be the final, although it kind of looks like they might go for the shot, and now it kind of looks like they won't. 2 seconds to go, and that will be the final score. 65-38. Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds defeat the Maple Valley Raiders. We'll add up some numbers, come back with a post-game show here in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the ND Sports Channel. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. The ND Sports Channel is proud to give you access to the North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast. Just go to our website at ndsportschannel.com, click on ND Softball All-Stars, and you can have unlimited 24-hour access to each and every episode, past and present. The same episodes are also on our YouTube channel. Just click on playlists and look for ND Softball All-Stars, and click play on the episode of your choice, or watch them all from first to last, or shuffle the playlist to play each episode randomly. Help support and build the ND Softball All-Stars program. Send donations to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota 58109. For more on ND Softball All-Stars, visit their website, ndsoftballallstars.com. The Class B podcast, presented by the North Dakota Basketball Hub, brings you student-athletes and coaches interviews, Class B rankings talk, game analysis, and more. Check out the website at www.northdakotabasketballhub.com for all the latest and greatest Class B content. Make sure to follow ND Basketball Hub on Facebook and Twitter. Just search at ND Basketball Hub. That's at ND Basketball Hub, and get the latest updates on our podcast schedule and more. Listen to every episode on demand at ndsportschannel.com, as well as on our YouTube channel.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts.
All right, we'll come out of that break a little bit early here and get you wrapped up here with the post-game show. Let's see here. At the end of the first quarter, it was 20-13 in favor of the Maple Valley Raiders, and then check that in favor of the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds, and then the Warbirds would outscore the Raiders 13-8 in that second quarter to bring us to a halftime score of 33-21. And let's see here. Then they would outscore the Raiders one more time in the third quarter, 18-4, which was really what separated the two teams there. That brought us to a 51-25 score at the end of the third quarter. And then Wyndmere Lidgerwood would edge out Maple Valley one more time in the fourth quarter, outscoring them 14-13 to bring us to our final score of 65-38. Individual numbers, I added these up, and they total up to the total numbers. And Tiffany Springer ended the night with 4 points. She went 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Julia Kwam with 11 points. Drew Froelich with 17. Let's see, Sherilyn Gutzmer with 2. Kaylee Harless with 2. Brooke Kuzel with 6. Maddie Oster with 2. Ashley Malk with 3. Jess Kuchera with 4. And Kendra Kaczynski with 14. That's your individual numbers. You add all those up, it comes up to a team total of 65. For the Maple Valley Raiders, individual numbers look like this. Kylie Yanish with 2. Molly Bosch with 1. Chloe Wetch with 3. Courtney Hovelson with 2. Michelle Bojahowski with 5. Maddie Olson with 11. And Brianna Walburn with 4. You add those up, and that comes up to a team total of 38. Total time of the broadcast up to right now, we'll be on for another minute or two here. 7 hours, 40 minutes, and 5 seconds, plus whatever remains of this post-game show. According to my numbers here, we had absolutely 0 issues with our video, which is absolutely awesome, which means we'll do more games here in the future, no doubt about it. So let's see here. Taking a recap of what happened in the other games today. Once again, the final score in this one, I need to write it down so that I don't miss it. In our first game, it was the women's college game at 12 noon. Iowa Western would defeat NDSCS 64-39. We'd follow that up at about 2 o'clock with Northern Cass defeating Sargent Central 74-57. 3:30, we had a really good game between Central Cass and Milner North Sargent. Milner North Sargent would pull away late in the fourth quarter there with that 52-44 win over the Squirrels. And then in the 5 o'clock game, the Kindred Vikings would take care of the Hankinson Pirates 53-20. 6:30 game, we had the Tri-State Tigers and the Wapton Huskies JV team. The Tigers would defeat their JV team by 10, 45-35. And then in the nightcap, the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds take care of the Maple Valley Raiders 65-38 are your final scores. Going back to that Northern Cass game, we'll go over your leading scorers in each of the game. We won't get too in-depth here to keep you here too late. But let's see here. Okay, so in that 74-57 win for Northern Cass, they were led in scoring by Morgan Nelson with 15 and Hallie Crockett with 12 and Emma Lucas with 14, your 3 leading scorers for Northern Cass. For Sargent Central, they were led by Bryn Peterson, who had 21, and Jamie Bolt, who had 18. Allison Peterson had 10 as well for the Cadets. In the next game, Central Cass Squirrels and the Milner North Sargent Bulldogs, we had some technical issues which did not allow us to take any individual stats, but I can tell you it was 15-8 at the end of the first quarter, 21-26 and 15-8 in favor of the Squirrels at the end of the first quarter, 26-21 in favor of the Bulldogs at halftime, tied at 35 at the end of the third quarter, and then once again your final score was 52-44 in favor of the Milner North Sargent Bulldogs. And then in the third game of the day, Hankinson and Kindred. Let's see here. Hankinson was led in scoring by Jasmine Malk with 6 and 4 apiece for Kaya Malk and Sam Schoiten. Jada Steinmeier also had 3, and then since we're just everybody had about the same, Alicia Beaver 2 and Sadie Keller 1. For the Kindred Vikings, they were led by Abby Dukeshire with 22, followed right behind by Jordan Berner with 14, your 2 leading scorers for the Kindred Vikings, as they would go on to pick up the 53-20 win over the Hankinson Pirates. And then the Tri-State Wahpeton JV game. Tri-State was led by, let's see here, Kylie Apple with 17 points. Next in line was Mary Rupp with 8, and Maddie Steffens with 7. For the Wapton Huskies JV team, they were led in scoring by both Gabrielle Baumgardner and Caitlin Brady. They both had 11 in that game for the Huskies. And then once again in the nightcap for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds, they were led by Drew Froelich with 17, Kendra Kaczynski with 14, and Julia Kwam with 11, your 3 players getting into double digits. And for the Maple Valley Raiders, Courtney Hovelson with 12, Maddie Olson with 11. Those are your 2 leading scorers for the Raiders. That's going to wrap it up for us tonight. We will have tomorrow off, obviously. I think we have a game on Monday, but I can't recall off the top of my head. You know what? I can recall off the top of my head. All I have to do is pull it up here and and we can find that out for you here. But yeah, you can go to our website, ndsportschannel.com, click on game schedule to find out all the upcoming games. And I can tell you that coming up next here, we'll have a couple, another girls basketball game of a doubleheader of Northern Cass and Endron, and we'll do the JV game first at 6 o'clock, followed by the varsity game at 7:30. And then we'll head over to the hockey rink at Farmers Union Rink and Shields Arena for girls hockey. Fargo Davies hosting Fargo North South. That should be a good matchup. You may want to tune into that one, and then we'll follow that up with a doubleheader with the boys game. Fargo South Shanley will take on Fargo North, and then we'll skip ahead to Monday, February 11th. Hillsborough Central Valley will take on Mayport CG. That'll be a girls game followed by a boys game at 7:30. It says girls on there, but that's supposed to be girls-boys. Girls first at, well, I see I got some editing to do on our schedule. So Monday, February 11th, girls at 5:45. Yes, girls at 5:45 and boys at 7:30 against Mayport CG. Then we'll head up the road a little bit further. Thompson Tommies will take on the Hillsborough Central Valley Burros on February 12th. And then on the 14th, on Valentine's Day, we'll go back to Hillsborough once again to see them take on the North Border Eagles. And then February 15th, we'll have another girls hockey game, a really good one. You might want to circle your calendar on this one. Fargo Davies Eagles will take on the Bismarck Blizzard, and we'll have that game for you live from the Shields Arena, the same rink that the Fargo Forts play on. That's where that girls hockey game will be played. And then after that, that'll wrap up unofficially our regular season. We may have some more games following that, but that leads us into tournaments and all that crazy stuff, so we're not exactly sure what's going to happen at this point in time between the dates of February 16th and February 19th. But I can tell you that we'll have some more basketball games starting on the 19th through the 22nd as the boys' regular season begins to wrap up there. So once again, ndsportschannel.com/game schedule is where you can go to get the list of all the upcoming games. And then also, if you want to make a donation, certainly appreciate that. We do a lot of this out of our own pocket. We have a few donations and a few sponsorships to help us out, but we limit our sponsorships so we can focus on the game and not send out a bunch of commercials over your feed. I'm going to turn down the background noise there, so using the leaf blower to clean up all the popcorn and stuff out of the stand. So we'd certainly appreciate it if you can donate anything from $1 to any amount. It doesn't matter. We appreciate that donation, but you don't have to. It's just we're letting you know that it's there. You can find the links right there on our homepage. And also, don't forget, all these games will be available for a 24/7 replay within about 24 hours. We are gonna the whole 7-hour broadcast will be available here in probably a few minutes on our YouTube channel. But then we'll, over the weekend, over tomorrow, we'll upload the individual games one-on-one, so you don't have to scan through and find the start of the game that you're looking for. So by sometime tomorrow, the individual games will be on our YouTube channel as well as our website. You go to ndsportschannel.com, hover over Game Rewind. All the sports will drop down. In this case, click on girls basketball, and all the games will be there by some point tomorrow. As we will, it's a lot of games. Usually we can get them up within like 10 minutes, but with 6 games back-to-back, it takes a little bit longer to get those up. So those will be up by sometime tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Your final scores one more time. In the noon game, Iowa Western 64, NDSCS 39. In the 2 o'clock game, Northern Cass 74, Sargent Central 57. In the 3:30 game, it was Milner North Sargent 52 and Central Cass 44. In the 5 o'clock game, it was Kindred 53, Hankinson 20. In the 6:30 game, it was Tri-State 45, Wapton JV 35. And in the nightcap, the 8 o'clock game, Maple Valley falls to Wyndmere Lidgerwood 65-38. That wraps it up here from the Ed Weir Arena inside the Blickery Activity Center on the campus of the North Dakota State College of Science down here in Wahpeton. Mike Mason with you here on the play-by-play. Janice running the camera. Thank you so much for her assistance here. And thank you for watching, and thank you for sending in the text messages with helping out with the name pronunciations and all that good stuff. Certainly appreciate that, and I'm glad that we could get it right, and it's even better when I find out that I had it right from the start. I love that. So we'll talk to you soon here on the ND Sports Channel. Total time of the broadcast, 7 hours, 49 minutes, 17 seconds. Probably end that at about 7:50 to be official there. And that wraps it up. Have a great night. We'll talk to you soon here on the ND Sports Channel.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the ND Sports Channel. Did you miss any of the game? Check out Game Rewind on our website at ndsportschannel.com.